All right, let's jump right into this. Today, we're going to talk through a story that is so powerful, it might just completely change how you look at things, especially when you feel like you've totally hit a wall. I mean, it's a feeling we all know, right? That sense that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you're pushing, you're just not moving forward. You're just spinning your wheels. Maybe you feel forgotten, overlooked for that thing you know you deserve. Or maybe you feel like you're being left in the dust while everyone else is racing ahead. If any of that sounds even a little bit familiar, then you need to hear this story. So we're going to talk about a guy named Joseph, and his life story is an absolute roller coaster. I'm talking soaring dreams and then just crushing, soul-crushing betrayal. But it's got some incredible lessons for us when we're navigating our own tough times. See, Joseph had these amazing dreams, these visions that hinted at a huge purpose for his life. But the very people who should have been his biggest fans, his own brothers, they got so jealous that they did the unthinkable. They sold him into slavery. I mean, just look at this timeline. It really shows you the absolute insanity of his journey. He starts as this dreamer with all this potential, and then boom, betrayed, enslaved, he loses it all. His home, his family, his freedom, and just when you think things might be turning around, he does the right thing and gets rewarded by being falsely accused and thrown in a dungeon. It's just wild. But it's such a powerful reminder that your current chapter, no matter how dark it is never the whole story. Because it doesn't end in the dungeon. It ends with him as a leader basically running an entire nation. So, this whole from a pit to a palace thing, it wasn't just about a change of scenery. It was about finding a reason, a purpose in all that pain. The real key is understanding how he handled all that time in between. Let's really zero in on that time in prison. Think about it. He had maintained his integrity, he did the right thing, and for that, he gets tossed in a dungeon and just forgotten. This is rock bottom. This is the moment most people would just give up, right? Where bitterness would completely take over. But what Joseph does next, in the dark, when nobody's watching, well, that's the key to everything. And this just nails the feeling, doesn't it? It's one thing to get in trouble for something you actually did. But to do everything right and still lose everything, that sense of total unfairness, that can be the absolute hardest thing to get past. So what was his secret? How did he do it? It was this idea of faithfulness. Even in a pitch-black prison, with every reason to just despair, Joseph stayed true to himself. He kept helping people. He kept using his gifts. He refused to let his horrible circumstances change his character. And that integrity, that character that was built when no one was looking, turned out to be the exact thing he needed for what was coming next. After years, literal years, of silence and waiting and just being faithful in the dark, his moment finally came. An opportunity. He gets called out of that prison to interpret a dream for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. And just like that, bam! Because of the wisdom he had built through all his suffering, he goes from a forgotten prisoner to the second most powerful man in the entire country. And get this, it wasn't just luck. All those painful years of waiting, they weren't wasted. They were preparation. They were honing the skills and the character he would need to literally save an entire civilization. It's just a stunning turnaround. Okay, so how do we take this ancient story and make it useful for us today? What does a story about prisons and dreams have to do with you feeling stuck in your career or your life? Well, turns out everything. Let's break it down into 3 huge takeaways from Joseph's life. First, and you gotta hear this, your current situation is not your final destination. Joseph proves that no pit is too deep to be your permanent address. Second, stay faithful in the small, hard moments. Character isn't built in the spotlight. It's forged when no one's watching. And third, and this one might be the hardest, don't let delays make you quit, because waiting feels an awful lot like losing. And this right here is such an important distinction to make. A delay can feel exactly like a denial. It feels like a final no, a closed door. But Joseph's story screams at us, what if it's not? What if a delay is actually a time of preparation? It's where your character gets built, where your skills get sharp, where you develop a resilience you never even knew you needed. Every bad thing that happened to him was actually, in a weird way, getting him ready. So you have to ask yourself, is this a dead end, or is it a training ground? So, if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. No matter how stuck you feel, no matter how much it hurts, your story isn't over. This chapter is not the end of the book. So keep going, because what feels like a dead end right now, it might just be the beginning of everything.